So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your first course, as well as show you some of the different activity types that you can add to that course. So once you've logged into your LMS, you'll see your homepage. You'll see the course categories displayed with your text headings over here. And then under those course categories, you'll see the course cards. So to create your first course, we're going to go to the left-hand side where it says Create Course. We're going to click on that button. Then we're going to get prompted to add a few bits of information. So for the course full name, I'm just going to call this New Demo Course. This is completely up to you. For the course short name, NDC, in other words, New Demo Course. Depending on the course categories that you've added to the system, that can be selected here. So I'm just going to select Sample Courses. For course visibility, by default, it's set to show, but you can hide this should you wish to not show this to your students yet. But remember to turn this back on when you go live. For course start date, you can define this how you wish to. The course end date is completely optional, but you can enable this should you want the course to end on a specific date. If you don't enable it, it will just continue to run. For the description of the course, you can add a course summary. So this is an overview of your course. This is what students will see before they enroll into the course. So I'm going to say, this is an overview of New Demo Course. You can add bullet points. I'm going to just say topic 1. You can introduce the course. You can add images over here, and there's a whole text editor available for you. So topic 2, it's completely up to you what you wish to show your students. For the course image, that's the course card displayed on your home page. We're going to skip this for now, and we're going to skip some of these default settings, but you can add this later. I'm going to click on Save and Display. So once you've clicked on Save and Display, you can enroll users, but let's first jump into creating some content. So I'm going to say Proceed to Course Content. Now, you've created your course, but you haven't added any content yet. So you'll see by default, you've got course announcements. And to start adding course content, we're going to click on the screen Edit Course Material button on the left-hand side. So once I click that, you'll see some editing options appear for you. So this is where you can add topics. This is typically a good start. So I'm going to click on Add Topics. I'm going to add 3 topics and click the Add Topics button. So as you can see, we've got 3 topics added to this course now. For topic 1, this is just going to be the introduction. Topic 2, I'm just going to call this module 1. Topic 3, I'm just going to call this module 2. It's completely up to you. You can even reorder these by dragging and dropping them and renaming them however you wish to. It's completely up to you and customizable to you. To talk about the different content types that you can add to Pluto LMS, under module 1, I'm just going to add course content. So as you can see here, there's a whole host of different content types that you can add. To give you a brief overview of each of them, starting from the top, you've got an assignment tool. This allows your students to submit an assignment to you. This can be either in the form of a file or in the form of a Word submission. There's an attendance tool. This allows you to track both online and offline attendance to the course. This is useful. Let's say you have an offline course that's performed at some external venue. You can have a QR code on the door. So as your students enter, they can scan the QR code and then Pluto LMS will track the attendance for you. You've got Big Blue Button. This is a video conferencing tool which allows you to natively launch video conferences from your LMS. You can create course certificates. So at the end of the course, once they've completed the content, you can issue a certificate automatically to them. And you can customize the certificate to your needs. There's a feedback tool. So if you want to gather feedback from your students as they're going along the course or have one feedback at the end of the course, you can do so. You can ask them how they enjoyed the course, what improvements you could make. This is just an example, but the feedback tool allows you to do this. Then there's the forum tool. This allows you to host online interactive forums where they can post questions, they can post answers, they can interact with one another online in the form of discussions. There's the glossary tool. The glossary tool allows you to define definitions on your platform. The interactive content. That's our H5P integration with over 40 modules you can choose from, such as interactive videos, interactive ebook creation. It's an alternative to SCORM and a free alternative as well. So you can create beautiful interactive content on your LMS without needing external licenses. The lesson space, this allows you to launch native lesson space lessons from your LMS. Lesson space is a whiteboarding and live video conferencing tool. This allows you to interact with your students on their platform, and you can natively launch this from Pluto LMS. The quiz tool, you can add various quiz types such as true or false, multiple choice, and other question types. There's a reservation tool. This allows you to create booking slots for your students. SCORM package. If you're building content externally via SCORM, you can add this as SCORM to your platform. We've also got WebEx and Zoom video conferencing as well as Google Meet. This allows you to integrate with your video conferencing provider and natively launch those meetings from your LMS. We've also got a Microsoft Teams integration for you. You can upload files such as PDF, Excel files, Word documents to your site or PowerPoints. You can store those files in folders, and you can create pages as well. Now, pages are really useful, and we'll dive into an example now. And then we also have URLs. This allows you to link to any external content such as blogs or websites that you want to share on your course. You can also embed these into your LMS if that other website allows you to do so. Let's dive into a page example. So we're going to click on Page followed by Add. In this page example, we're just going to embed a YouTube video. So for the name, I'm just going to call this YouTube Embed as the example. And for the page content, as you can see, you've got a content editor where you can add text, headings, images, video, you name it. It's all here, as well as a custom codes editor, which is quite useful should you want to custom code some HTML. But for the purposes of this demonstration, what we're going to do is simply add a video. So I'm going to click on the media tool over here, followed by video. And then for the video source URL, in this example, we're using YouTube. So if you go into YouTube, you can get a share link from the particular video which you want to share. That gets pasted over here. For the display options, I'm going to recommend a 700 by 700 display and then insert video. Now you'll see it's black, but when you scroll down and click on save and display, you will see that your YouTube video is now embedded into your platform. If we click on Course Home, we'll see that that page has now been created. What's quite nice is you can move that page around, you can even duplicate it, you can hide it. There's so many options that you can do. What's really useful as well is you're going to edit settings, you can edit that page again or call it something different. You can edit that page content, and you can even restrict the access to this page. So if you want to add a restriction, for example, they need to complete a quiz before viewing this page, you can do so. There's so many things that you can do with Pluto LMS in terms of content building, but please don't hesitate in viewing our support center or reaching out to support@plutolms.com should you need further assistance.